Well, here we are on day 3 of the installation, and believe it or not, we're getting real close to being done. What I have to do today is to put on the safety cables. Those safety cables go between the frame and the base plate. So in case you didn't do a very good job and it separates, it won't rip off the car, rip off the front of the car, and you can still stop with the car. So we have to put those on, right and left. There's 2 of them. And then I need to find a place for running the wiring in through the firewall for the taillights. Might as well do that when I got the front end off, because it might be easier to find. And finally, I did find a solution, at least, to the alignment of the 2 pins here and here that the connector fits on. And as you may see from the first video, it was pretty much flush with these 2 bars here. If I lay the bar here like that, they're about 1 inch higher. What I did is I took this is actually a pretty hefty stainless steel bar. What I did is put it in there and then bent it up, and then came forward a little bit and bent it down so that these are still level, yet they're about 1 inch higher. So that should take care of the mounting problem with the electrical connector. This has got about 2 days involved in this already, and if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that especially yesterday, I think I spent half the day running for bolts and stuff. Either I snapped bolts off when I removed the parts and I had to replace them, or I had to relocate like to where the horn went and things like that, which took another bolt. And so a lot of the time was spent doing that. And I've also been fairly meticulous. I mean, I just am not rushing it. I'm just taking my time. Well, we barely got started this morning, and, I got to go back to the store. Here's what we got. These are the safety cables. And the way you're supposed to do it is you wrap one end around the frame and one end around the base plate, and then put them together with a quick link. So here's how Blue Ox recommends installing the safety cable. Now this will work, of course. One loop will go to the frame and the other loop will go to the base plate. The problem is it's way too short. So they obviously never put this thing on this car, because it's about a mile short of getting to the frame from where the base plate is. So the alternative is to use 2 of these links. So if you use 2 links, you can do it like this, which is also approved by Blue Ox. This is what they call method option 2. This will work because this will accommodate the longer distance between the base plate and the frame. Now the only problem with doing it that way is they only give you 2 of these, 1 for each side, and you need 4. So here again, I mean, these are probably a couple bucks a piece. Just throw 4 of them in a kit, for crying out loud. And if you actually ever put this thing on a Grand Am like you say it's made for, you'd have found that you either had to supply 4 of these or longer cables. So what I ended up doing is I had to go to about 4 stores, and you have to look in the trailer section to find these, at least the ones that have a rating on them. And I had to go to 4 stores before I could find a 3/8. 5/16 you can find all day long, but a 3/8 is harder to find. Now the only issue is this is made in China, which probably everything else is in here too, all the other hardware. And it does say working load limit 1,980 pounds. So that would be okay, except look at this. It says do not use for overhead lifting, support of human weight, athletic or playground equipment, or where safety is a factor. Blue Ox says you can get more of these. I may just have them send me another couple of them, and then I probably won't be using this probably before they come in anyway. So I'm going to put these, at least for now, on the front, so at least I can get everything installed in exactly the way it needs to be, and then maybe I'll replace these with another set. Because these don't say made in China on them. They don't have any markings on them at all, the ones from Blue Ox. where these clearly say, you know, made in China here on this side. There you go. Anyway, back from the store. We're already an hour and a half into this thing, and I barely even got started. This is why it's taken 3 days to do this. Well, we got the safety chains in here and on that side, and I tell you, they were not easy. Really didn't have much room. These aren't really long enough, or weren't long enough, and I had to reroute them 3 or 4 times before I got them long enough. About the last reassembly step now is I'm going to pre-wire to this where the connector is going to go, and I'm running just the 4 cables, 4 wires for the turn signal stop and ground, and I'm running another ground because I'm going to use a 6-wire connector. Here's another ground, nice heavy 12 gauge wire. And that's going to be for, I'm planning on putting a battery charger circuit in here to charge the car's battery from the RV, and so I'll put the red wire in later when I buy the charger unit. So for now, I'm running this ground. So here's 5 of the 6 wires. Since I got everything apart, I thought I'd run the wire up into the firewall and then just find a place to park it until I can figure out how to get it into the rear of the car. And just to make it look nice, I'm using this loom here. So that's where we're at now. That's the step we're on. I'm also running a small piece of paracord here through this loom. And you may ask, why am I doing that? Well, I don't have the red wire yet that goes to the battery charger that will connect from the vehicle to the car. So I'm running this paracord through here so that when everything is fast and everything, the paracord sticking out the other end, I can just tie the red wire to and then just pull it through, and then that will pull a route through here. The reason I'm using paracord, well, that was what was handy, and I don't want to go to the store again to buy some string. So this will certainly work, and it's probably at least the same diameter of what the cable will be, what the red wire will be, so it'll work out fine. So for now, I've got electrical wiring here that will go to the connector, and it is in this loom, and it fishes through all the way up into here, and right here it is, and I'm just leaving it here until the next step when I figure out how to route it through the rest of the place. So now I guess it's time to put the grill back on. Oh, joy, joy, success! Here we go. We're done with the installation of the base plate, and there they are. Look like little machine guns there out front. Lights all work. Everything's working. We're ready to go shopping for a tow bar now. Blue Ox gives you these little dust covers, so when you take these off, you can put those on, but those are wimpy. You need something more masculine. So how about this? Yeah, that's right, little fake machine guns. And I made them out of wood. Probably could use a couple more coats of paint, but they just press in, no big deal. And they do look better than them little wimpy plastic things. So, here's my 007 agent car.